Okay, good morning. Today we are making the video for packet number 4. Make note that on the packet it says that it is due on the 26th. Remember, we changed that to be due on the 22nd because of the end of the trimester. So change that due date on your packet to be the 22nd next week, Friday. So, Dee and Sarah and Tyrone ordered a pizza to share. The cost of the pizza was $10. Sarah ate less than everyone else, so Dee and Tyrone decided that she did not have to pay the same amount that they paid, because she didn't eat as much as they did. So they decided to have Sarah pay half of what they each paid. What did Sarah pay for the pizza? So Dee and Tyrone pay the same amount. Sarah pays half of what they paid. All together, if we add them up, it's going to equal $10. So some of us are getting some kind of crazy numbers because they tried dividing 10 divided by 3 and you get wonky decimals. I'm going to tell you right now there's no decimals. Okay? You're going to see what two numbers we can add together, and then it has to be the same number for Dee and Tyrone. Sarah's is going to be different. Okay, so Sarah's is going to be half of what Dee and Tyrone paid. So if I had said, well, Dee and Tyrone are each paying $5, so Sarah pays half, that's $2.50. But if I add all those up, that equals $12.50. But they only paid 10. So that's too big. So that's not going to work. I need to find a smaller number that Dee and Tyrone paid the same amount, and Sarah's is half of what one of them paid. Bennett? Okay. Our next question. Bob got on an elevator. He rode up 7 floors, down 5 floors, up 3 floors, up 1 floor, and then down 2 floors. He got off the elevator at the 8th floor. What floor did he start at? So he rode up 7, down 5, up 3, up 1, down 2, and we want it to be the 8th floor that he gets off at. So we need to know what floor he starts at. So you're going to want to do this math, see what that equals, see what number you would have to put here to get to the 8th floor. Okay? It's going to take a little bit of guessing and checking. 5-card challenge. We want to equal to. Some of us that have been turning in have been using numbers multiple times. In one equation, you can only use the card one time. So I shouldn't see 7 plus 7, minus 3, minus 3. Okay, you can only use it one time. Make note that there is a 1 here. You could have something like 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 times 1 minus 3 is 2. They are two different equations using different cards and different operations. So you can really rack up those numbers when you have a 1 that you're given. Okay. Next page is our pattern page. Complete the table for the number of total blocks. So we just have to do the total blocks. So if I look, there's 1 in the first figure, 6 in the second figure. How many are in the third figure? 15. How many in the fourth figure? So I'm looking at this going, first thing I always look for, are they perfect squares? because I know perfect squares pop up a lot. They're not perfect squares, so I can't do that. Okay, so now I'm going to look and see if I see a pattern in my numbers. Going from 1 to 6, I added 5. Going from 6 to 15, I added 9. Going from 15 to 28, I added 13. Well, it keeps getting bigger. By how much? Emma? Oh, every time I'm adding a new number, it's going up by 4. So what would I add to the 28? James?
17.
17. Every time I'm adding 4 onto what I'm adding. So I'm going to get this answer. 28 plus 17 is this. Then I need to add 4 to that 17. I'm going to add 21. That's going to get me to here. So you follow that pattern. Our next page. You need to make sure to find the perimeters. You find all the missing numbers from every side that doesn't have a number. Find all those missing sides. Add up all of our sides for the perimeter. Then to find the area, you're going to want to break it into 3 different rectangles. You're going to need to find, we know the length, you need to find the width, so you can find this area. Here you know the length and the width for this area. Here you're finding that length, you know the width for this area. Remember, the area of a rectangle is that length times width. Next page. Next page, we need the formula for the volume of a rectangular prism. This is our first time working with a rectangular prism. Sorry, rectangular pyramid. So, everybody needs to write down the volume formula. Length times width times height, and we divide it by 3. So we have our length and our width and our height. You're going to take those 3, multiply them together, divide it by 3, and that's going to get us our answer here. So that length times width times the height, divide them by 3, that answer goes here, and it will be inches cubed. Our answer that we have to do is how many faces, edges, and vertices does the figure have? So faces, edges, and vertices. Remember, this height is not an edge, it's the middle of the pyramid, not an edge. So the faces are the sides, the edges are all the lines, all of those edges, don't forget the one in the back. And our vertices are corners. Make note that that tip top counts as a vertice. Okay, so corners for your vertices. All right. Now, mean, median, and mode. Remember the mean, you put all of our data sets in order. That's what we always do when we do mean, median, and mode. To find the mean, we add them all up, and there are, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First 9 tests. So there were 9 that were in there. So we need to add them all up, divide it by 9. See what we get for our mean. The median, now I had quite a few turning in for me to check that forgot what the median was. Remember, when you have them in order, the median is the middle. Median means middle. So you want that middle percentage. Mode means most. Which percent did we see the most of? And then we have a question. If there were no more tests, has the student earned the Euclid Award? Is their mean at 90%? So you found the mean already. If it's at 90%, your answer is going to be yes. If it's below 90%, it's going to be no. So you do need to give an answer on your answer line because there is a question being asked. And that is it for math packet number 4. Now, I forgot to write the number 4 on here. So right now, just put a number 4. So you remember that this is packet number 4. So put a number 4 on it. I forgot to do that. And remember, our due date was switched to the 22nd, next week Friday, because of the end of the trimester. If you continue to have questions, make sure you come see me. Remember that if you turn it in before next Friday, you will have the opportunity to fix up any of your mistakes. So it always pays to turn it in early so you can fix mistakes. I hope you are well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.